Welcome back. Jim Matson is with us today, and he is the newly elected board member, but also newly appointed board president of Third Mutual. This is not unusual for you. You've been in this position before, and now you're coming back for another go-around, right?
Yes, I was on Third Mutual for about 5 years, and then GRF for 3 years.
Yeah.
And the last year on GRF was the last 2 years. We designed and built the Village Greens building,
Which has become very successful.
Yeah, it's a wonderful facility.
It is. It's absolutely beautiful.
The old Gulf Starter building was 6,000 square feet, and this one is 18,000 square feet. So anyway, I'd like to thank the people for voting for me. It's really good to be back on the Third Mutual. We have, I'd just like to give you some of the major things we're going to be working on. Would be the golf course flooding, and that work is getting pretty much toward the end. I think toward the end of this year or January, February next year, it's the completion for that.
Right.
So that's very significant. And we're doing heavily involved in the painting program now and fixing dry rot, and there's a lot of dry rot. Drain lines have become a problem. The copper pipe epoxy process continues, and hopefully we'll get all of our legal situations between the mutuals here all squared away this year. The priorities I see, it being in Third, are of course maintaining our homes,
right,
and all that, and that's, I'm very concerned about that. And one of the reasons for actually getting on the board back in 2003 when it came down here was I wasn't able to do something to my manor. And the neighbor across the street said, well, if you don't like it, get on the board and change the rules, which we did on things. And then I'm very much in favor of keeping up the amenities, but at this point our homes come first with our priorities. And this is in the 11 years I have been here, this is the first year, totally different subject, that all three major boards have been like-minded. And it's really amazing, and I'm really looking forward to working with the United folks and GRF and the Towers, and to really pull things back together here and continue this wonderful community. I just love it here. So.
And you mentioned at the top here that you were heavily involved in the golf building, the Village Greens. So it's not as though when the time and the place is right that you're opposed to doing what's necessary to keep the amenities.
No, clearly I'm not in favor of letting the amenities go down.
Right.
I mean, we actually demoed that whole golf world and built a brand new building while I was president of GRF. A $6 million program. And I remember the construction contractor said, doing it at this point in time, because of sort of hard times back in 9, 10, and 11, you are saving $1 million on the construction fees alone.
Wow.
So it's really timely. And we did that job with reserve money that we had for that area. No loans were required, and that's my philosophy. Let's do things with the money that we have, and instead of getting a loan and spending interest, well, let's take that interest and put it into upgrading our homes and things here. So.
Well, I know you're going to hit the ground running, and what I mean by that is Jim has to leave in just a minute because, as I mentioned, the third M&C committee meeting starts, if you're watching us in the morning, it starts in about 20 minutes or so.
Right.
Now, not like we're trying to kick you out of here, but I know you have to get going. The board that sits there now, you've had some people that have been on it for a long time that have come back, just like yourself, that have went off and came on. And you have some folks that just got elected. A couple of them, I think, that haven't lived in the community too long. Do you think that's going to create a diverse group, harmonious?
Well, actually,
different views?
one never knows what will actually happen, but right now I am real pleased. I've talked and been around just in the last week, actually. The five remaining directors on the last board, and you know, we're getting along just great. And one of them just today in for our meeting has made a tremendous contribution that really I was so impressed with. And so I'm very optimistic that this is going to be a great board here.
Well, very good.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to see you again.
Thank you, Ken.
And you have a lot of experience, and you got 3 years ahead of you here. And it's good to see you, have you sitting here. And good luck to you and the new board members and to the board as a whole.
Well, thank you
All
very
right,
much.
you take care.
Okay,
and
Ken.
again, we're not kicking him out. He's got a meeting to go to, so he's got to scurry out. Wait, we got to get your microphone out. Jim, thank you very much.
Okay.
All right, we'll be back in just a moment.